updates on Andrew. Andrew's still working at getting up to Everest there. So he's going from base camp 2 up to base camp 3 for acclimatization, so that he can get ready to make another run at the summit. So hasn't got to the summit yet. It's a long process, right? Because you got to wait for the weather gap. There's also apparently a very risky ice bridge they have to get over, where they have to re-rope it. And apparently 3 Sherpas have already died this year trying to secure that passage. So anyways, we all appreciate that he's taking it cautiously. As you can see, Andrew always seems to be in good spirits when he's up there in the mountain. And if you've read his recent tweets, he's getting very spiritual up there, so it seems to be a good event for him. He's sporting the Bear Bull logo. You can see that right there. So we appreciate the fact that he's wearing the brand and waving the flag, and that's always fantastic. So wish him luck and a safe journey, and I'm sure we'll be getting some future updates from him.
Hello, Bear Bull traders. I am Paras Jandwani, and I'm back with another recap with Brian, the one and only. And we had some really nice trading this morning and captured some really nice move on some of the stocks that we had in play. NVAX, PayPal, Apple. So let me go over the trades that I took and then showcase what Brian took on PayPal. So at the open, NVAX was the stock in play because of a catalyst involved, and 9.5 was a long-term level that I was looking for. If you see this the daily chart, it basically tells you 9.5 is this area, and if a stock holds above the 9.5, I would want to be interested on the long side for it on the breakout on the upside. And that's the whole thesis behind my trade. And even in the pre-market, it tested that 9.5 area, and then when it held, that's where I go long and capture the entire move on the upside. It held the 10 area, and then another move on the upside till 11.35 area. So close to more than a $2 move, close to a $2 move on NVAX. And my final exit was not exactly a final exit. I mistakenly got an out on the final exit at 11, but seems like it's working out, and it's below 11 right now. So that was NVAX, really profitable ticker on the day. And another trade that I took was on Apple. Apple was yesterday, if you remember, when we did the recap, I got chopped up on Apple, and yesterday was also the time when I was trading the 173 area. And 173 area was something that was confirming from yesterday that there are sellers on the tape. And I used that information even today. So this was my first trade where I shorted tier 1 size, I added more tier 2 size, and I got stopped out. So this was a bad loss on tier 2 size. But as and when the candle engulfed right here, which is usually a death candle, and as soon as it did a pullback, I added again. Sorry, I took a new position, shorted again, added more, and went tier 2 size and sold. And as soon as it came out at break even, I cut my size here so that my stop loss was above 173.1. That's my technical stop out. But as soon as it came back below 173, I added more, and this time I went tier 3 size, where this is where the probability is in your favor, and it can actually continue on the lower side, and that's exactly what it happened. It cover. I added back more, cut my size again at VWAP. The SPY was squeezing up at that point of time, so I had to cut my size with technical stop out above 173. And then thesis was, if it comes back below the moving averages and claims the trend, I'm gonna add more. And this was my heavy add. Continued on the low of the day. I added more again, sold some, added back in again, sold some, added, and continue to take some profits. And that's where you are recycling your shares to capture the entire meat of the move. And as and when it tries to break the particular area and claim the moving averages, and now the trend is actually on the higher side, that's where my stop out area is, and I stopped out at break even. So those two tickers are something that I traded, and you want to capture maximum the meat of the move on the trade, and I was able to capture that today. So really profitable day for me. Brian took some really good trades on PayPal. So Brian, do you want to explain on what you did on PayPal?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, PayPal was one of my trade book trades, which is called a Rising Devil. So it pretty much fit all the criteria of my trade book trade. So it was gapping down. It was gapping down on news. Obviously, it was the earnings report from last night, and so gapping down, trading below the VWAP, going into the open, and showing some weakness in the last couple of minute candles there, showing continued weakness. Sellers kind of leaning into it as we got into those last couple of minutes before the open. And yeah, I had a little bit of a short going into it when it started to weaken going into the open, and then took a full size pretty much right at the open, and it just dropped immediately. And yeah, so I've got a nice couple dollar move on that one. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
that
awesome.
was again just set up exactly the way I want to see a Rising Devil trade.
And
So
yeah, and the
very
beauty,
happy.
that's awesome. And the beauty of this, if you look at it, there's a technical damage as a fundamental damage on a stock with a stock literally, holding that support area of 71 and 72, and when it opens below that important level which it broke, it tends to go on a negative news. It tends to go continue on the lower side and even actually test the low, the recent low on the stock. So really great trading, Brian. An amazing move captured on PayPal. Great trading there.
Yeah. 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 Very happy. And then, I traded a Skyworks, which was a bit of a chase, but the momentum was there on it. So
Nice.
but Skyworks was a strange one. It I was looking at it as a Rising Devil, but I just didn't like. There was a fairly large spread on it, which didn't kind of discounted it, but it certainly had a nice move back up. So a little momentum play there as well. So overall, really good day, and good day in the trading room. I know some other people that took that PayPal short as well. So yeah,
Awesome.
good,
Awesome.
pretty good day in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good day. A lot of our traders in the chat room took really amazing trades on PayPal, NVAX, Tesla, Skyworks. So really profitable day in the chat room as well. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Hope you keep it green, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys.